in the booth and I like proof and I don't understand what got into me. Got a couple of truths that I bust out the roof if I'm ready to ride on my enemy. And you rappers.
The NFL playoffs are here.
The battle for the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC wildcard game. And the opening kickoff will not be returned as that will be a touchback. So the Titans set to go to work for the first time. And they'll be led out by a guy who has a couple years under his belt in the NFL, their third-year quarterback. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And incomplete to open things up.
Nice job there forcing that incompletion. This is going to be a fun battle throughout this game. Watching him try to take away that area of the field.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And they're able to get this one across the 35. First down, Titans, gain of 12.
And I feel a little bit like a traitor as a former defender because that big man did not want to go down and refused to go down. If you're a defender and you don't get the right angle on a big tight end like him, he can run right through you like you're not even there, and he did a lot of that on that play.
Now first carry for Derrick Henry. Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. Tennessee getting the first down on a big play of 18 yards. They'll look to throw. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. And despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down. He'll drop to throw. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end Goddard. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. On third down, he'll drop to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I don't see this offense trying to spread the field a little bit and move on the outside third of the field, especially against man coverage. But that time, the defense was up to the task, forcing the incompletion.
The kick by Fairbairn is good. And the Titans hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. Not the touchdown they wanted, but hey, you're on the road in the playoffs. They did get 3 on the board.
Yeah, it's a good opening drive, so you feel good about it yourself. You get to the sidelines. The defense feels good about you helping them right out of the gate. The team, yeah, they feel pretty good about coming in the playoffs and getting points on the board right away.
Well, some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. They're led by the #1 overall pick of the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
And he comes off of a really good regular season with over 4,000 yards passing. And now in the playoffs, people always ask the question, do you continue to play the way you played in the regular season? Do you turn it loose? Or do you tone it down a little bit? I think you've got to be smart, but make sure you show the defense something they haven't seen before.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They run once more with Taylor. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. Not much on that run, Charles.
No.
Way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped him. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. And they convert on third with a gain of 22. Well, on third down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there, to pick up the first, Charles.
And you use the proper word there, dependable, and sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field where there's traffic. He delivers, and they pick up nice yardage. Second down, another run with Taylor.
And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49. An extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for third down. Here's Lawrence to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That goes for a gain of 31.
A very early momentum changer there. Actually a dream killer for the defense because they forced a third down. Felt like they had a good chance to get off the field defensively, and then they got hit with that big play.
This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15. So a nice run there, and I have to think a strong running game in the playoffs, maybe even more critical than the regular season. And if you go by the numbers, the man they have running it here, he was the best in the NFL.
And since he led the league in rushing yards, I think it means he's going to see the ball a lot in this game too, because that's what they're built for.
Second quarter now from Indianapolis with the homestanding Colts in possession. As they go to work on a first and goal. Taylor is going to take this one in for a Colts touchdown. So he had a nice run to get him down there. Was stopped just short of the goal line, but they go right back to him, CD, and he delivers to finish the drive off.
A little extra determination there, don't you think, partner? You notice he didn't tap on his helmet and say, get me out after the run down to the end zone. He said, I almost got in. I'm going to get in on my own. I'm staying in. And he carries it across the goal line.
Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And you know, listen, there's two ways to get the number 7 seed. You can back into it, or you can charge your way into it and seize it. But ultimately, once you're here, you can throw that out the window. You've got to come to play.
Yeah, you just think of that phrase, any given Sunday or Saturday as the case may be. And even though this is a 2 versus 7 matchup, don't think for 1 second that this game's going to be a pushover. Anything can happen once the playoffs begin.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
The coverage was good, but I just wonder if they absolutely fooled the quarterback on that play. I think he was expecting something else. Ended up with nowhere to throw the football successfully.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's fourth down. On fourth down, on is Logan Cook to punt. And it's fielded at the 34. This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, first and 10. Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Back to Taylor on first down. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
And he is going to get this close to the first down markers. He's brought down at the Titans' 39. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, though, if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
And this is thrown to the sideline. No receiver in the area, though, and that's going to bring out a flag. We saw it, too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you've got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
Throwing left side, it's complete. 30, 10, 5, and he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
Brutal, so take away the long touchdown.
It's a cruel game sometimes, partner.
Here's Lawrence. And his throw here's incomplete. This offense so far on 3rd down, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and a mile. He's going to go for a big play downfield. He's got a man, complete. A crazy sequence here. A huge gain that time, but it still leaves him well short for 4th down. Well, that'll help get you out of danger. So much for playing it conservatively back towards your own goal line.
That aggressive mentality, sometimes you can use it, and they did there against a defense who probably thought to themselves, there's no way they take a shot here this deep in their own territory.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with a slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. Give him 32 on the play. He'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Back to throw again. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And the Colts are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Meanwhile, Lawrence is throwing to the hands of Pickens. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Being chased out left. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. And that'll be incomplete.
That play call wasn't there for them against that coverage. So they're going to spin the dial now in their playbook
and come up with one more shot at the marker to try and keep this series going.
And able to find Kirk complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. They'll run here with Taylor. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Colts will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Rosas good with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Titans offense going to get one final possession in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
That's complete to John Ross. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. They'll set up to throw. Looking for Ross again. He finds him again. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. That's caught at the 25. And he's going to be out of bounds inside the 25-yard line. A big connection on that one. And even 40 yards. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. He hit his first, this one from 40 yards out. Fairbairn able to put this one through. And that will do it for this first half. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we look around the NFL. We'll have to wait for postgame because we are moving right through halftime and on to the third quarter. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Both teams trying to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Out come the Colts. They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And they're going to speed things up here. 1st and 10, Taylor now. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. 103 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the wild card round. Again, it's Taylor.
Holding offense.
James Daniels, the guard, called for the penalty there. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. And now they'll throw it with Lawrence. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. To throw again on 2nd down. Lawrence forced out to his left. And this one too low.
Well, no surprise there. He was looking for one of his favorite targets again as soon as he left the pocket. But the coverage was good downfield. They got right to the receiver and helped prevent that completion.
Wide open receiver complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Throwing now, Lawrence on first down. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
On second down now, Justice. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. On third and goal, Lawrence. Touchdown, Colts! Christian Kirk from 6 yards away. And the Colts take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. PAT up and good by Rosas. And the lead is up to 15 now. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. Out come the Titans now. They'll have it first on offense to start the third. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome? A little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Again, it's Henry. And they're able to get this one across the 35. First down, Titans, gain of 12. Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there. A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw. This pass complete to Higgins. And they're going to get this up to midfield. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. Out of his hands quickly to Higgins. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
So give him the yardage on the completion and also tack on 15 more.
If you give that hand up there, you've got to let go immediately or just not close the hand at all. He didn't, gave it a tug, and that was easy for the officials to see.
Now back to throw. And it's a Titans touchdown. John Ross, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Titans are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
Taken at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Now Jonathan Taylor and the Colts offense retakes center stage. He's up over 100 yards, and he'll be looking to get in the end zone again.
Has a tremendous nose for it, doesn't he? The ability to pile up yardage and find the end zone, that's the combination you want in your runner.
That's a combination any coach wants, and we'll see if he can find that end zone once more. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
And based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
On second down, it's Taylor. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
And he's going to be out of bounds inside the 25-yard line. 152 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Colts. They've got control of the football. They also have the lead as we start the 4th. Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Amani Hooker. And the Titans are right back in this football game.
That's a beautiful read there by the safety. It's zone coverage, so he's just going to sit back and watch. He knows he can't get beat deep because he has the end line to protect him. So he can react to everything in front of him, and he makes a great break on the football and comes down with the interception.
And they're going to stop it right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. Here comes a big one as this crowd gets out making some noise. It's 3rd and short. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And the broken tackle helps lead to a first down gain. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run it again with Henry. And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They're going to look to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Ross. On the move past the 40. Touchdown, Titans. John Ross. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Titans have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th. They'll try and throw for it. And he's got it. The conversion good, and we are tied in the 4th. Still time to work with on the clock, but they wanted the tie now, and they got it.
And I love their aggressiveness. Go ahead and get it done. Get the game tied. Now your team has the momentum, and you're staring across the field saying, let's see if you can match us.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And it's all on the line now, all even in this wild card matchup. Maybe their most important drive of the season coming up right now here, 1st and 10. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Running straight ahead, Taylor. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. On 3rd down, here's Taylor. And not much of an opening there as he's only going to get this to about the 32. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
How about them biting up 15 yards there on the 4th down attempt and keeping the drive alive? Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports.
On the ready.
Up the middle, here's Taylor. And some room to maneuver. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. 172 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Throwing now, Lawrence. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. On the handoff, Taylor. He will push his way down to about the 14. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. 2nd down, another run with Taylor. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. And a little bit of space there takes it inside the 5 to the 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll look to run with Taylor. And that's a touchdown as they've broken their tie here in the final minute of the 4th.
I don't know how many more of these my heart can take, my man. I just don't know. Another big touchdown late in the game. They look like they're in control, but still, there's a chance. Block the extra point, go down and score, kick the extra point themselves. They can pull this one out.
Yeah, but also on the sideline that just took the lead, you got to get your defense ready in the special teams unit for the kickoff coming up.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Got to pull everyone together and make sure they're still focused and aren't already celebrating a win.
And with time of factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25. So now the Titans down 28-21. And time, a huge factor. They've got to travel the full 75 yards, and time is obviously a huge factor here. 1st and 10. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. He's back to throw. Pass complete. Goddard. And he's going to pick up a 1st down here as that clock continues to run. They'll look to throw. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
This to possibly force OT. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, they got the tip they were looking for, but couldn't secure it. And this one's over. And the Colts